Hey, what's up? It's Taylor, the Ecom RN, and in this video, I want to go over something that I haven't seen anyone else talk about, and that is the Amazon New Seller Growth Program. So let's get into it. If you're new to the channel, my name is Taylor, and I started selling on Amazon FBA in 2023. In my first year, I did over $100,000 profit. I currently do about $35,000 a month on Amazon, and I want to show you how to do the same. All right, so about 9 months ago, I received this email from Amazon. It said, "Congratulations! Your business has qualified to participate in the 2024 Seller Growth Program, which focuses on helping high potential sellers accelerate their growth on the Amazon store. The program provides complimentary coaching services, education on tools and resources, and growth opportunities at scale." So I thought that was pretty neat. I went ahead and said, yes, please. And I hopped on a few calls with one of their associates to help me grow my brand. But what I want to go over specifically today is the spreadsheet that they shared with me. It's kind of a step-by-step list of things to do to optimize your brand on Amazon. I think this video is a good follow-up to the previous video where I talked about strategies going forward on Amazon FBA. I think you'll see that the priorities that Amazon lays out in their growth program reflect their interest to have high quality branded sellers come onto the platform. Okay, so here's the checklist, and it's probably really hard to see. So let me zoom in a little bit, but just right off the bat, you can see that they broke this down by levels with a timeline, which I think is interesting. So if you're thinking about starting selling on Amazon, keep that in mind. They've got, some of these things they want done in month 1, and some of them are months 2 to 4, and then the farthest they go out is 5 months. So this is all happening really quickly when you first launch your brand on Amazon because they want you to grow. So what is the very first thing? I think it's pretty obvious if you've ever watched any content in the last year about Amazon FBA, it's brand registry. So they are very interested in getting people to sign up for brand registry, which speaks to, like I said, the fact that they want these high quality brands coming onto their platform. If you don't know what brand registry is, essentially it's when you have a registered trademark that you have branded and you upload those documents to Amazon when you set up your account, and it allows you to have additional features at your disposal when creating your listing. So maybe I'll do a whole video on that. If you'd like that, let me know. But there's a lot of resources already out there talking about how to do brand registry. You'll see that was a level 1 item. That was, the idea there is to do that your first month. Ideally, you just set that up when you're setting up your account at the get-go. Some of these other level 1 items that are done in the first month are things like creating and optimizing your bullet points, optimizing your images. I do want to quickly speak about that because I think it's interesting. They say optimize images here, and they specifically mention lifestyle images. And I think that is key. I think we're seeing that a lot of the best selling products feature lifestyle images in their listing. So if you're creating your listing, be sure to include some really cool lifestyle shots of your product. Another thing I think is interesting about these listing images is they actually have a bullet point here specifying that you add 1 video per ASIN. So this is something that I could definitely do to improve my catalog, but they're seeing quite significant improvements in conversion rates for those listings that do have a nice little product video. So that is a new thing that you should be looking into when you're creating your listing. Okay, I jumped down to the next section here that I think is relevant, and that is A+ content. So Amazon is really keen on getting their new branded sellers to create high quality listings by optimizing for A+ content. Now, what is A+ content? It is additional images on the product listing that take the space of where the product description used to be. So instead of having a wall of text, you now get to add more images to help your listing stand out. Similarly, there's premium A+ content. This is just like A+ content on steroids. You have to have additional clearance to have the premium A+ content. I believe you need to have a certain number of ASINs with A+ content already created before you can upgrade to the premium A+ content. There's another thing here called a brand story, which is on the newer side of things, which again is just more marketing content available on the listing. So I know that's kind of like, what am I talking about? You know, we're just looking at this spreadsheet. So let me show you some examples. We'll compare two different listings and I can show you what I mean. Okay, so here we have a listing for some soil, I guess. No hate on this product, but let me just show you what I mean about a high quality versus a low quality listing. So they do have some images up here, right? Wow, they even have a lifestyle image, I guess, technically. That's kind of cool. But they just have very simple bullet points here. And then coming down, it just goes straight to other products that people might want to buy. So their listing is basically mostly ad space for other sellers to use. And then we come down and they have just a super basic product description. Now, again, here we have other products being essentially advertised. These are other sellers. You could go and buy those products instead of buying this one. And you can see there's just not much going on with this listing. In contrast, remember we talked about Primal Queen. So now we can see, okay, they've got great images. We already know that. They have good bullet points, but really where they're going to town is in the A+ content. So remember I mentioned brand story. Well, this is the brand story. This from the brand section. It's almost like a carousel and you can put multiple images up here. Oh, they don't really have multiple, but you can put all these little slides here to talk more about your brand. Most of them have like this about us section to let you know, how they got started, why they're so cool. And then we come down and you can see instead of a product description being in text, they now get to do this all with images, with infographics. It's just way more visually appealing. And think about how much time we have spent looking at their product versus other people's products. On the other listing, the previous listing, there were already 10 other products being advertised. But here we are, we're still just learning about how great this product is. Oh my goodness, it's so fantastic. We keep going. Here's more content. There's another carousel down here with reviews. It's just incredible. Okay, and then we finally get back down here to the product details. We finally can see, we could compare it to other items and stuff. But I think you can tell that this listing is just on a whole different playing field than the previous one. So that's briefly what the A+ content is and the brand story. And next, we'll talk about this next bullet point here, which is a brand store. Now, a brand store is essentially the link that will be on your product listings page that will take the customer to your storefront, if you will, your brand store on Amazon. So I've pulled up a different listing here to show you Ancestral Supplements Store. This is their brand store. And this is more like what a lot of sellers are going for these days. They have all of their products featured here. It's just a lot better looking. It's almost like they have their own mini website here on Amazon where they can feature each of their unique products together instead of the customer hopping around from keyword search to keyword search, coming across competitor products. Now they can keep the customer's eyeballs on just their products and they could pick from this whole catalog and browse through all their stuff. So this is a really high quality brand store. And that's, again, another feature that Amazon is pushing their new sellers to do in order to grow. Okay, that's it for this quick video introduction to the Amazon Seller Growth Program. I hope you thought it was interesting. I hadn't seen anyone else post about this, so I thought I'd share my personal experience with it. If you'd like to see more about it, let me know, leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll make more videos about this subject in the future. If you'd like personalized help with your first product launch on Amazon, or you'd just like to join a community of other new Amazon sellers, feel free to join my free school community. The link is in the description, and I'll see you in the next video.